All right, welcome back. So today it's going to be pronunciation practice for Chem 19 Test 1 Reading Passage 2. So Mr. Hung is going to do his practice now. So let's do this one. The pirates, the pirates.
The pirate,
Pirates.
the pirate,
The pirates. Rod.
the
Pirates.
pirate,
The pirates of
the
the
pirate,
ancient
ancient,
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean,
Mediterranean.
ancient Mediterranean, Mediterranean,
Mediterranean.
ancient Mediterranean,
Mhm.
ancient Mediterranean.
In the first and second millennia BCE, pirates sailed around the Mediterranean, attacking ships and avoiding pursuers.
Pursuer.
Pursuer are the people who hunt, who pursue after pirates, những người mà theo đuổi, bắt được những tên cướp biển.
Oh, avoid, pursuer.
Pursuers, yeah. Okay, let's read this one now again. The pirates.
The pirate of the
Of the
of
ancient
the
Mediterranean.
Asian
Ancient.
ancient Mediterranean Mediterranean. The period of the ancient Mediterranean in the first and second millennium BCE period sailed around the Mediterranean.
Sailed around the Mediterranean.
Period sailed.
Pirates, yeah, pirates. Pirates sailed around the Mediterranean.
Around the Mediterranean.
Okay.
Mediterranean. Pirate sailed around the Mediterranean,
Okay.
attacking ships and avoiding pursuer.
Yes.
The pirate of the Asian Mediterranean in the first and second millennia BCE, pirate sailed around the Mediterranean, attacking ships and avoiding pursuers. The pirates of the Asian.
The pirates of
the pirate of the
ancient Mediterranean.
Asian Mediterranean in the first and second millennia BCE, pirates sailed around the Mediterranean, attacking ships and avoiding pursuer. When one mentions pirates, an image spring to most
an image spring. When one mentions pirates, an image springs to most people's mind.
When one mentions pirates,
an image,
when one mentions pirates, an image
springs to most people's minds
of
a crew of misfits. A crew of misfits. Một cái đội những người không phù hợp với xã hội. A crew of misfits. Daredevils. Daredevils, những con quỷ rất là gan dạ. Daredevils and adventurers.
Daredevils and adventurers in command.
What? In command. In command. In command of a tall sailing
in
ship.
command of the tall sailing ship.
Ship. A tall sailing ship.
In the a tall sailing ship in the
Caribbean, a Caribbean sea. Caribbean sea.
Caribbean Sea. In the Caribbean Sea. Yet from the first to the third millennium BCE, thousands of years before this, swashbuckler
Swashbucklers began spreading fear across the Caribbean.
Began spreading fear
across the Caribbean.
Caribbean
Pirates proud the Mediterranean.
Pirate proud
the Mediterranean. Raiding merchant ships.
Mediterranean raiding merchant ships
and threatening vital trade routes.
However, despite our effort and the might of
despite all efforts and the might of various ancient states. Ancient, chứ phải Asian. Ancient states. Nước cổ đại.
The might
of ancient states.
The might of various ancient states. Piracy
ancient states. Piracy could not be stopped.
Piracy could not be stopped. The situation remained unchanged for thousands of years. Only when the pirate directly threatened the interest of ancient Rome did the Roman Republic organize a massive fleet to eliminate piracy. Under the command of the Roman.
Under the command of the Roman general Pompey. Under the command of the Roman general Pompey. Roman general Pompey. Rome eradicated piracy. Eradicated piracy. Transforming the Mediterranean into Mare Nostrum. Our sea. Okay, let's try again. This is a hard one. Okay, when one mentions pirates. An image springs to more people's an image springs to most people's minds.
An image springs to most
most people's minds.
Most people might of a crew of misfits.
Minds of a trio of misfits. Of a crew of misfits.
Yes. Oh, an image brings to most people might of a
Yếu thứ
crew
âm
of
này.
misfits.
Most people's minds.
Most people's minds of a crew of misfits. Their devils and
Daredevils. Daredevils.
their devils and adventure in coming of a tall sailing ship in a Caribbean in the Caribbean Sea. In
Caribbean
the
Sea.
Caribbean
In the
Sea.
Caribbean Sea.
Yet from the first to the third millennium BCE, millennium, and the third millennium BCE, thousands of years before this, swashbucklers began spreading fear across the Caribbean, Caribbean,
Across the Caribbean.
across the Caribbean's pirates proud
Pirates proud the
proud
Mediterranean.
pirate proud the
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean in the
Raiding merchant
Mediterranean
ships.
in Mediterranean raiding
Raiders.
raiding
Merchant ships.
raiding merchant ships, and threatening
Threatening.
vital trade routes. However, despite our efforts and the might of various Asian states, piracy could not be stopped.
Could not be stopped.
Could not be stopped. The situation remained unchanged for thousands of years. Only when a pirate directly threatened
directly threaten
the interest and Asian Rome did the Roman Republic organize a massive fleet
to eliminate piracy.
A massive fleet to eliminate
hạm đội to đùng luôn để mà tiêu diệt chuyện cướp biển. Organize a massive fleet to eliminate piracy.
Organize a massive fleet to eliminate piracy.
To eliminate piracy.
Under the command of the Roman General Pompey, Rome
General Pompey, Rome eradicated piracy.
Transforming the Mediterranean into Mare Nostrum. Under the command of the Roman General Pompey, Rome eradicated piracy, transforming the Mediterranean into Mare Nostrum.
Okay, into Mare Nostrum.
Mare Nostrum.
Mare Nostrum.
Nostrum.
Yes. Into Mare Nostrum, our sea. Okay, very good. Now let's try the next one. Although piracy in the Mediterranean is first recorded in ancient Egypt, during the
Ancient Egypt.
during the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep. Pharaoh Amenhotep III.
Pharaoh Amenhotep III.
So it's like the word circa or C. It means approximately. Sắp xỉ là bao nhiêu? Like approximately what year? Approximately circa 1390, 1390, circa 1390 to 1353 BCE.
C, it means circa.
Yes, BCE, it means before the birth of Jesus Christ. Trước sự chào đời của Chúa Giêsu. That's BCE, before the birth of Jesus Christ. Nó là trước công nguyên thôi. Circa 1390 to 1353 BCE. It is reasonable to assume it predated this powerful civilization. Let me see if there's any other word. Geography. Hilly, even mountainous. Okay, let's see. I think maybe predominantly. Cái từ gốc nó là dominant. Predominantly fertile, màu mỡ. Fertile, ý ngắn L này. Fertile. Some parts are rugged. Some parts are rugged and hilly, even mountainous.
Some parts
are rugged and hilly. Nó giống như thảm mà đó, tấm thảm và đầy đồi núi.
Hilly. Oh.
Hill. The hill, you know, and hilly is an adjective for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's that? Seafaring skill and unsurpassed. Từ gốc nó là surpass. Vượt qua được. Unsurpassed knowledge là kiến thức mà không ai vượt qua được. Unsurpassed knowledge of the local coastline and sailing routes.
Of local coastline.
Local coastline. Okay. Let's see. Where else? Navigable routes that follow the coastline. Oh, where's that? Knowledge of the local area helped the pirates to avoid retaliation. Sự trả đũa. Sự trả thù, trả đũa. Avoid retaliation once a state fleet arrived.
Knowledge of the local area. Local area help the pirate to avoid
retaliation.
Ủa cái từ này là cái gì ta?
Retaliation, sự trả thù, sự trả đũa.
Oh, retaliation.
To retaliate means to avenge, you know. It's like when something happened, people will retaliate. Giống như trả đũa, trả thù lại, giống như là phản công. Dùng chữ phản công là đúng hơn á. Retaliation. Phản công, sự phản công. To avoid retaliation.
Although piracy in the Mediterranean is first recorded in ancient Egypt during the reign of Pharaoh
Amenhotep III. Amenhotep III.
Pharaoh Amenhotep III circa
Circa, circa.
circa 1390 and 1353 BCE. It is reasonable to assume
Assume,
to
assume,
assume it
assume.
predate the powerful civilization
Civilization, civilization.
powerful civilization. This is partly due to the great importance the Mediterranean had at this time, and partly due to its geography, wide
Geography, geography.
geography,
Geography.
geography, wide the Mediterranean regions is
Predominates, predominates.
predominantly but fertile, predominantly
Predominate.
predominantly
Predominantly fertile. Predominantly fertile.
predominantly fertile,
Fertile.
fertile,
Fertile.
predominantly fertile. Some parts are rock and hilly, even mountainous. In the ancient times, the inhabitants of this area, these areas relied heavily on marine
Resource.
on marine resource.
Marine resources.
Marine
Cái từ đó
resource.
marine nha. Thuộc về biển.
Marine
Rely heavily on marine resources.
Heavily on
Marine resources.
Marine resources. Heavily
Including
on
fish and salt.
relied heavily
Heavily.
heavily
Relied heavily on marine resources.
on marine
resources.
marine resources, including fish,
Including fish and salt.
including fish and salt.
Most has their own boat. Possessed good seafaring skills.
Good
Seafaring skills. And unsurpassed
good fair
seafaring skills.
good seafaring skill
And
unsurpassed knowledge
knowledge of the local coastline.
Knowledge of the local coastline and sailing routes. Thus, it is not surprising that during hardship, this man turned to piracy.
Geography itself further benefited the pirates.
Further benefited the pirate with the numerous cove along the coast, providing places for them to hide their boats and strike undetected and strike undetected.
Okay. And undetected and strike undetected. Before the invention of ocean-going caravels. Let's try that one. Hello?
Yeah. Looking for that.
Okay. Before the invention of ocean-going caravels in the
Yeah,
15th century.
Before the invention of ocean-going
Caravels.
caravels.
No, caravels.
Caravels in the 15th century, ships could not easily cross long distance over open water. Those in the ancient world most were restricted to a few well-known
Restricted to a few well-known navigable routes that follow the coastline.
Were restricted
to a few well-known navigable routes. Navigable routes that follow the coastline. Navigable tức là có thể định hướng được. Navigable routes that follow the coastline. Caught in a trap. A slow merchant ship laden with goods.
A slow merchant ship. A slow merchant ship.
Laden with goods. Laden with goods. Had no other option but to surrender. Surrender, đầu hàng.
But to surrender.
In addition, knowledge of the local area.
Knowledge of the local area. Local area
helped the pirates
to avoid
retaliation. Nhấn mông 2 và 4. Retaliation. Once a state fleet arrived.
Retaliation. Once a state fleet arrived. Retaliation. To avoid retaliation. To avoid retaliation. Once a state fleet arrived.
A state fleet arrived.
Fleet. Okay. Fleet. So those it is not surprising that during hardships these men turned to piracy. Geography itself further benefited to the pirate with the numerous cover
coves. Coves là mấy cái hang, cái chỗ mà nó để nấp. Numerous coves along the coast.
The numerous coves along
the coast.
Providing
places for them to hide.
Their
boats and strike undetected.
Before the invention of ocean-going caravels, in the 15th century,
ships could not easily
cross
cross
long
distances over open water.
distances, cross long distances over open water. Those in the ancient world most were
In the ancient world.
ancient. In the ancient world, most were restricted to a few well-known navigable routes that follow
Navigable
the
routes.
coastline, caught in a trap, a slow merchant ship laden, a merchant ship laden, merchant ship,
a slow
a
merchant
slow
ship laden
merchant
with
ship
goods.
laden, a slow merchant ship laden with goods had no other option but to surrender. In addition, knowledge of the local area helped the pirate to avoid retaliation.
What?
Retaliation.
To avoid retaliation.
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 Retaliation. Retaliation.
Okay.
Retaliation. One Aztec fleet arrived. Fleet. Yeah. Double E. Eat. Feet. Double E. Also double E. Fleet.
Yes.
Feet. Meat. Yeah. Hey, I know it now. Double E. It means E.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now let's try, but still, there's still a problem with this one. But let's go to C now. One should also add that, okay, let's look at this.
One should also add that it was not unknown in the first
and second millennium
BCE for government to resort the pirate service especially during wartime, employing their skills and numbers against their opponent.
Their opponents.
What does that mean? Opponent.
Đối thủ. To oppose someone means to go against someone.
Opponent.
Đi chống lại ai đó, oppose someone. Thì opponent là đối thủ. Opponents. Employing their skills and numbers against their opponents. Opponents.
Employing their skills and numbers against their opponents.
Yes.
A pirate fleet would serve in the first wave of attack, preparing the way for the Navy. Some of the region were known
for providing safe harbors to pirates.
For providing safe harbors to pirates, who in return boosted the local economy.
Boosted the local economy.
Boosted the local economy.
Oh, it's just that. Okay, C. One should also add that.
One should also add that it was not unknown in the first and second millennium BCE for the governments to resort to pirate service, especially during wartime, employing their skills and numbers against their opponents. A pirate fleet would serve in the first wave of attack.
What's wave of attack?
So in the first wave of attack, preparing the way of the navy. Some of the regions were known for providing safe
Harbors to pirates,
to pirates,
who
who
in
in
return
return
boosted
boosted
the
the
local economy.
local economy.
The local economy.
Boosted the local economy.
Okay. Yes. All right. So let's do A and B again.
B again.
Okay.
Although
Okay. Let's do A.
piracy,
Let's do A first. When one
mentions pirates,
pirates.
an image springs to most
Cái này là động từ
people.
to spring. This is a verb. Một cái hình
Spring,
nó đột ngột nó
an
phóng
image
ra giống như là
spring.
cái lò xo đấy. Nó nhảy ra một cái tấm ảnh, một hình ảnh nó nhảy ra trong đầu của mỗi một
Trong
con người ta.
rocket.
Một tấm hình ảnh nó nhảy ra trong đầu của phần đông người ta. An image springs to most people's
Spring, it
minds.
means appear.
No. Springs here means it just jumped.
Jump, like jump.
Nhảy ra, phóng ra. Yeah. Giống như là cái lò xo đó. Spring.
Like
Spring không liên quan đến mùa xuân. Này không phải liên quan đến mùa xuân đâu. Nó liên quan đến động từ to spring là phóng ra, nhảy ra như cái lò xo đó. Yep.
Okay.
An image
springs to most people's minds of a crew of misfits. They're devils and adventurers. They're devils and adventurers in command of a tall sailing ship in the Caribbean, in the Caribbean Sea. Yet from the first to the third millennium BCE, thousands of years before this, swashbuckler began spreading fear across the Caribbean. Pirates proud the Mediterranean. Raiding merchant ships. The threatening vital trade routes. However, despite all efforts and the might of various ancient states, piracy could not be stopped. The situation remained unchanged for thousands of years. When the pirates directly threatened the interests of ancient Rome. The pirate directly threatened the interest. Pirate directly threatened the interest of ancient Rome. Did the Roman Republic organize a massive fleet to eliminate piracy under the command of the Roman general Pompeii,
Pompeii,
Rome.
Rome,
Rome eradicated piracy, transforming
the
the
Mediterranean, to Mare
Mediterranean in
Nostrum.
Mediterranean into Mare
Mare
Nostrum.
Nostrum.
Mare Nostrum.
Giống như cái nostrum là cái lỗ mũi á. Mare Nostrum, Mare là biển. Wow, giống như là cái vùng đó như cái lỗ mũi của cái của cái vùng châu Âu với lại châu Phi, cái vùng địa Trung Hải. Well, basically the Mediterranean looks like a nostril, nostril,
Địa Trung
a
Hải.
nose of Europe and Africa, Mare Nostrum, or it can also mean our sea, biển của chúng ta. Now
Oh,
it's our sea. Okay, so although piracy in the
although
Mediterranean,
piracy in the Mediterranean is first recorded the ancient Egypt during the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III.
circa Pharaoh Amenhotep III, circa 1390.
Circa 1390 and 1353 BCE, it is reasonable to assume
It's reasonable to assume it predated this powerful civilization.
It predated
this powerful civilization.
To assume it predates this powerful civilization. This is partly due to a great importance to Mediterranean head and this time, and partly due to its geography. Due to its geography, while the Mediterranean region is predominantly fertile.
Predominantly fertile, ý ngắn lên. Fertile, những âm đầu. Fertile. Predominantly fertile. Ý ngắn là IL là IL. Fertile. Some parts are rugged and hilly. Rugged. Some parts are rugged and hilly.
Some parts are rugged and hilly. Some parts are rugged and hilly, even mountainous. In the ancient times, the inhabitants of this area rely heavily on marine resources. Results, including fish and salt. Most had their own boats, possess good seafaring skills and unsurpassed knowledge of the local coastline. And sailing route. Thus, it is not surprising that during hardship,
During hardship.
During hardships.
Hardships.
During hardships.
Những cái lúc mà đau khổ, khó
Hardships.
khăn. During hardships.
During hardships. These men turn to piracy. Geography itself further benefited to piracy. Pirate
Turn to
pirate.
piracy.
Benefited the pirates with the number count along the coast, providing places for them to hide their boast
And strike undetected.
undetected. Before the invention of ocean-going caravels
In the 15th
15th
century. In the 15th century.
In the 15th century. In the 15th century.
Ships could not easily cross long distances. Long distances.
Navigable.
Wait, đọc lộn hàng ra. Ships could not easily cross long distances over open water. Đọc lộn hàng ra này.
The ship could not easily cross long distances over open water. Those in the ocean would most were restricted to a few well-known navigable routes that follow the coastline. Caught in attack a slow merchant ship laden with goods had not other option but to surrender.
To surrender.
But to surrender. In addition,
không phải addiction anh. Addition.
In addition,
knowledge of a local area
helped the pirates to avoid
retaliation.
Retaliation.
To avoid retaliation. Once a state fleet arrived. Okay, arrived. Okay, C. Let's do C and then we take a break.
Yeah, okay. Let's take a break. Let's finish C and we take a break. Okay.
Okay, one should also add that.
One should also add that it was not unknown in the first and second millennium BCE for governments to resort to pirate service.
Resort to pirate services.
Especially during wartime.
Especially during wartime.
Especially during wartime. Employing their skills and numbers against their opponents. A pirate fleet would serve in the first wave of attack, preparing the way for the Navy.
For the Navy.
Some of the regions were known for providing safe harbor to pirates, who in return boosted the local economy. Boosted the local economy. Okay, we can take a break now.
Okay, we're taking back a break now. Okay, let's pause recording. All right, let's do D. From D, we have Akhenaten. Pharaoh Akhenaten, I think. Akhenaten. It was
Foreign.
amana letters. Amana letters. Diplomatic extract. They were extract. Nên là danh từ. This is a noun. Extracts. Extracts of diplomatic correspondence. Diplomatic correspondence between the pharaoh and his allies. Pressing issues including piracy, the Lucca and the Sheridan. Despite the Egyptian fleet's best efforts, the pirates continue to cause substantial disruption to regional commerce. Thương mại. Commerce, regional commerce. The king of Alashiya, modern Cyprus, rejected Akhenaten's claim of a connection with the Lucas based in modern-day Turkey. Ashur prepared to punish any of his subjects involved in piracy. Yes, just some names of these people are weird, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. D. The first known record. Danh từ record.
The first known record.
First known record
of a named group of Mediterranean pirates made during the rule of ancient Egyptian Pharaoh Akhenaten.
Say again.
Pharaoh
Akhenaten.
Pharaoh Akhenaten. Egyptian Pharaoh. Egyptian Pharaoh Akhenaten. Yeah. What does that mean for C? C here. Till 1353. From 1353 to 1336. 1353
to 1336. 36. Mở rộng mình x 1336.
1353 1336
BC.
1336
6 x mở rộng bật miệng lên 6
1336
kéo dài x ra 1336 kéo dài cho x ra đó được 1336 BCE. Very good.
1336 BCE was in Amana in the Amana letter. In the Amana these were extract. These were extract.
These were extracts of diplomatic correspondence. Of diplomatic correspondence.
Of diplomatic correspondence.
Diplomatic correspondence.
Of diplomatic correspondent, diplomatic, correspondent, diplomatic, correspondent between the pharaohs.
The pharaoh.
Between the pharaoh and
And his allies.
allies,
His
and
allies.
his allies,
And his allies.
and his allies, and his allies, and covered many pressing issues,
Pressing issues.
including piracy. It seems the pharaohs was troubled by two distinct piracy groups. Two distinct pirate groups, the looker and the certain. Despite the Egyptian fleet bad effort, the pirate continued.
The pirates continue.
The pirate continued. The pirates
continue to cause substantial disruption.
Continue to cause substantial disruption. The regional commerce. In the letters, the king of Alasia,
the king of Alasia, modern Cyprus.
The king of Alasia. The king of Alasia, modern Cyprus. Rejected Akhenaten's claims of a connection with the Luca
based in modern day Turkey.
The king Akhenaten, he was prepared to punish any of his subjects involved in piracy. The first known record of a named group of Mediterranean pirates made during the rule of ancient Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten.
Sorry, where do you find it?
C. No, not section D, but C 1353.
Circa 1353. Circa.
Like circle.
No. Circa is different. Circa. Approximately.
Yeah, approximately. Circa. That. Okay. Circa 1353, 1336.
Yes.
BCE was in the Amner letter. These were extract of diplomatic diplomatic correspondent,
Between
diplomatic
pharaoh,
correspondent,
diplomatic correspondence.
diplomatic correspondent between the pharaoh and his
Yes.
allies, and covered many pressing issues, including piracy. It seems the pharaoh was troubled by two distinct parrot groups, the looker and the servant, despite the Egyptian fleet bad efforts. The pirate continued
Continued. The
to
pirates continue to cause substantial
pirate
disruption.
continue to cause substantial disruption the regional commerce regional commerce.
Mhm.
In the letters,
The king of
the king
Al-Ashiyah.
of Alasia, modern
Al-Ashiyah. Modern Cyprus.
Malaysia,
Al-Ashiyah.
Malaysia, Malaysia, Malaysia,
Al-Ashiyah.
Malaysia,
No, careful. Al-Ashiyah.
Malaysia,
The king of Al-Ashiyah.
Malaysia, Malaysia, modern Cyprus rejected Akhenaten claims of a connection with the Luca based in modern-day Turkey. The king assured Akhenaten he was prepared to punish any of his subjects involved in piracy. The king assured Akhenaten he was prepared to punish any of his subjects involved in piracy.
Yes.
Let's repeat.
Okay. Let's do E now. The ancient Greek words experience of piracy, word. The ancient Greek words experience of piracy was different from that of Egyptian rulers. While Egypt's power was land-based, the ancient Greeks relied on the Mediterranean in almost all aspects of life, from trade to warfare.
The ancient Greek was appearance of piracy was different from that of Egyptian rulers, and while Egypt powers were land-based, the ancient Greek relied on the Mediterranean in the most all aspects of life, from trade to warfare. Interestingly, in his works, the Iliad, and Odyssey, Iliad and Odyssey. The ancient Greek writer Homer not only condemned but praised the lifestyle and action of pirate. The options remain unchanged in the following century. The ancient Greek historian Thucydides how to pronounce it? Historian that historian to reside.
Historian Thucydides, Thucydides. Let's say Thucydides. For example, for instance, these things are basically, you know, Greek words, the Latin, you know, Thucydides. For instance, glorified pirates daring attacks on ships or even cities.
Thucydides, for instance,
glorified
pirate daring attacks on ships or even cities. For Greeks, piracy was a part of everyday life. Even high-ranking members of the state were not beyond engaging in such activities. Beyond engaging in such activities, according to the Greek orator Demosthenes.
Sorry?
Orator Greek, according to the Greek
orator Desmotenes. These names are weird, you know. Desmotenes. In 355 BCE.
Demosthenes in
355 BCE.
In 355 BCE. Enter
Athenian. You know the word in Athens. The people in Athens is called Athenian.
Athenian
ambassadors. Đại sứ ở vùng Athens. Athenians ambassadors made a detour.
Athenian ambassadors make a detour from their official travel to catch a ship sailing from Egypt, checking the wealth found on board for themselves. The Greek liberal approach toward piracy does not mean
they always tolerated it.
Not mean
does not mean they always tolerated it. Does not mean they always tolerated it.
Does not mean they always tolerated it, but attempt to curtail piracy was hampered by the large number of pirates operating in the Mediterranean.
Okay, let's try again once again. E. The ancient Greek world's experience of piracy.
The ancient Greek world's experiment of piracy was different from that of Egyptian rules. while Egypt's power was led by the ancient Greek light on the Mediterranean in almost all aspects of life, from made of warfare. Interestingly, in his works, the Iliad and the Odyssey, the ancient Greek writer Homer not only condemned but praised the lifestyle and action of Bryce. The opinion remained unchanged in the following centuries. The ancient Greek historian Thucydides, for instance, classifies
Glorified pirates
pirates,
daring attacks ships.
Glorified
Pirates daring attacks on ships.
glorified pirates daring attacks on ships or even cities. For Greece, piracy was a part of everyday life. Even high-ranking members of the state were not beyond engaging in church activities, according to the Greek orator.
According to the Greek orator nhâm đầu. Orator
the Greek orator
Desmotinus.
Demosthenes in 353 BCE. In 353 BCE, Antonian Sambada make a detour from their official table to Cape, a ship sailing from Egypt, taking the wealth found on board for themselves. The Greek liberal approach towards piracy does not mean they are always tolerated. They always tolerated, but attempts the curtail piracy.
What?
Was
Curtail.
The curtail
Attempts to curtail piracy were hampered by the large number of pirates.
The curtail piracy.
Curtail nhân đầu.
The curtail
piracy were hampered.
The curtail piracy were hampered by
the large number of pirates.
By the large number of pirates operating in the Mediterranean.
Yes.
The rising power of ancient Rome.
The rising power of ancient Rome.
The rising power of ancient Rome
required the Roman Republic.
The Roman Republic.
The Roman
Republic to deal with piracy in the Mediterranean. while piracy was a serious issue
for the Republic.
for the Republic, Rome's profited, profited,
Profited. Rome
profited,
profited.
profited.
Rome profited.
Rome profited greatly from its existence.
Existed.
Existence.
Existence. Existence.
Existence.
Existence.
Existence.
Là y gà. Existence.
Existence.
Existence. Existence. Existence.
From its existence.
Existence.
Existence. Existence. Existence. From its existence.
Existence.
From its
Existence.
existence. Existence. Existence. From its existence. Right, pirate rate provide a steady.
Pirate raids provided a steady source of slaves.
Steady. Pirate raids provide a
Pirate raids. Cái từ này đọc là raid. Những cái lần mà cướp bóc của cướp biển. Pirate raids provided a steady source of slaves. Provided. Pirates raids provided a steady source of slaves.
A steady source.
A steady source of slaves.
Slaves. A steady source. A steady source of slaves. Essential for Rome's agriculture.
Yes.
And mining industries. And mining industry. And mining industries. And mining industries.
Industry. And mining industries.
Mining industries. And mining industry.
Okay. Mining, industries like công nghiệp đào mỏ.
And mining industries.
But this arrangement could work only while the pirates left Roman interests alone. Alone.
But this arrangement could work only while the pirate left Roman interest alone. Pirate attacks on grain ships. Pirate attacks on grain ships, which were essential to Roman citizens.
To Roman citizens.
Led to angry voice. Roman citizens.
Led to angry voices in the Senate.
Angry voices.
Angry voices in the Senate.
Led to angry voices
in the Senate.
Senate
giống như là kiểu thượng nghị viện ấy, nhưng mà hồi đó giống kiểu thượng nghị viện hồi đó. In the Senate, demanding punishment of the culprits.
In the Senate, demanding
punishment of the culprits.
demanding punishment of the
culprits, thủ phạm. Culprits. OL là Âu, culprits.
culprits.
Rome, however, did nothing.
Rome, however, did nothing
Further encouraging piracy.
Further encouraging piracy. By the 4th century BCE, emboldened pirates kidnapped
Prominent means famous and well respected. Nổi tiếng và được người ta tôn trọng nhiều, đó chính là chữ prominent. Prominent là nổi tiếng và được nhiều người tôn trọng.
Prominent Rome denied Roman dignitary.
Yes.
Roman dignitaries asking for a large ransom to be paid. Their most famous hostage. Their most famous hostage were none other than Julius Caesar.
Captured in 75 BCE.
75 BCE. Capture in 75 BCE.
Yes.
The most famous
Not
other than shooting Caesar.
What? The most famous. They are most famous hostage. Con tin nổi tiếng nhất của chúng. They are most famous hostage was none other than Julius Caesar. Hostage
were none other than Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar captured
Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Okay, now let's do G now. By now, Rome was well aware of pirates. That pirates has outlived their usefulness. Nó đã sống quá cái mức mà hữu ích của chúng rồi. It means they outlived their usefulness. It means that now they have become a problem. You know? Bây giờ nó thành một vấn nạn rồi chứ không còn là hữu ích nữa đâu. By now, Rome was well aware that pirates had outlived their usefulness. The time had come for concerted action. You know, concert. It means many people are involved to make a concert. So a concerted action means an action that involves many people, you know, một cái hành động mà cần nhiều người hỗ trợ. Nó gọi là concerted action, giống như là cái concert nhé, một cái buổi hòa nhạc cũng cần nhiều người.
By now, Romans were well aware from pirates had outlived their usefulness. The time had come for concerted action. In cities 7 BCE, a new law granted Pompey was firm to combat the Mediterranean mention. Taking personal command taking personal command.
Yes.
Pompey divide the anti-Mediterranean into 13 districts, assigning
Districts. Pompey divided the entire Mediterranean into 13
Pompey
districts.
divided the entire Mediterranean into 13 districts, assigning
a fleet and commander to
each.
After cleansing one district of pirates, the fleet would join another in the next district. Next district.
In the next district, the process continue. The process continue. The process continue. The process continue. The process continue until the entire
Mediterranean was free of pirates.
Entire Mediterranean were free of pirates. Although thousands of pirates died at the hand of Pompey troops, as a long-term solution to the problem, many more were offered land in the fertile
in the fertile areas. Were offered land in fertile areas.
In fertile area located. In fertile
areas.
In fertile area located far from the sea.
Instead of a maritime menace.
Maritime menace.
Rome got productive farmers that further boosted its economy. Well, it seems like a good solution. Using criminals to be farmers, they will become farmers, and they will farm and help the economy, of Rome.
Instead of a maritime menace, Rome got productive farmers that further boosted.
Productive farmers. Rome got productive farmers.
Productive farmers.
No, productive. Productive farmers.
Productive farmers
that further boosted
its economy. Not too bad, not too good.
Okay, not too bad, not too good. Now let's try again. E. The ancient Greek world's experience of piracy.
The ancient Greek world's appearance of piracy
was different
from that of Egyptian rulers. Why Egypt powers was led by the ancient Greek rely on the Mediterranean in almost all aspects of life, from trade to warfare.
Interestingly, Interestingly.
Interestingly,
In his works, the Iliad and the Odyssey.
In his work, the
The Iliad and the Odyssey.
The Iliad and Odyssey, the ancient Greek writer Homer not only condemned, not only condemned,
Not only condones, but phrases. Let me check his word out.
Not only condone.
Moment. To hate this. I never want to pay for these. Anyway, condone.
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 To accept, to allow. Oh.
Chấp nhận, cho phép những hành vi mà nó sai trái. To condone not only condones, but phrases the lifestyle and action of pirates.
Not only condone, not only condone, not only condone, not only condone, but rises the lifestyle and action of pirates. The opinion
remains
unchanged in the following centuries.
In the following centuries.
In the following century. In the following centuries. In the following century.
The ancient Greek historian Thucydides
for instance, glorified
pirates daring
glorified pirate daring attacks on ships or even cities. For Greek, piracy was a part of everyday life. Even high-ranked members of the state were not beyond engaging. Engaging in such activities. According to the Greek orator.
According to the Greek orator, Demosthenes,
in 355 BCE, Antonian ambassadors make a detour from their official travel to catch a ship sailing from Egypt, take the wealth found on board from themselves.
Take the wealth found on board for themselves.
Taking the wealth found on board from
themselves. The Greeks' liberal approach toward privacy, toward piracy,
does not mean they are always
tolerated it.
They always tolerated it, but attempts
to curtail piracy
were hampered
by the large number of
pirates operating in the Mediterranean.
Okay, number F, please. The rising power of ancient Rome.
Ancient ancient,
Ancient. Ancient.
Ancient.
Ancient.
ancient. The
Ancient.
rising power of ancient Rome required the Roman Republic to deal with piracy in the Mediterranean, while piracy was a serious issue for the Republic. Rome profited greatly from its existence.
Existence. Pirate raids provided a steady source of slaves. Hello? Existence. Existence is
from its existence.
Yes.
From its existence, pirate raids provided a steady source of slaves. Pirate raid provided a steady source of slaves, essential for Rome's agriculture and mining industries. Agriculture and mining industries. But this arrangement could work only while the pirate left Roman interest alone.
Roman interest alone.
Roman interest Roman interest alone. Pirate attacks on grand ships, which were essential to Roman cities.
Which were essential to Roman citizens.
Which were essential to Roman citizens. To angry voices.
Led to angry voices in a sense.
Voices in the Senate.
Demanding punishment of the culprits.
In the Senate, demanding
punishment of the culprits.
Demanding punishment of the culprit.
Demanding punishment of the culprits.
Demanding punishment of the culprit. Of the culprits.
Rome, however, did nothing.
Rome, however, did nothing further encouraging piracy. By the 4th century BCE, emboldened it.
What?
Emboldened
pirates.
Làm
cho nó trội hơn, bị đừng làm trội hơn. Đừng mạnh lên. Emboldened pirates kidnapped prominent Roman dignitaries.
Emboldened pirates kidnapped prominent Roman dignitaries. initially asking for a large ransom to be paid. Their most famous
Asking for a large ransom to be paid. Đòi một tiền chuộc rất là lớn phải được trả.
asking for a
Asking for a large ransom to be
paid.
paid.
To be paid.
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 Ủa, cái này không phải paid hả?
No, it's paid. Let's look at this word for a moment.
Paid.
Oh.
Paid.
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 Bây giờ tao đọc
Paid. Paid.
paid.
Paid.
Paid.
Paid.
Ok.
Paid.
Ok.
Nó có rất là nhiều cái từ á, mà nó không có đọc mà nó cái âm nó đi lên giống như paid, have giống tiếng Việt không? Ví
Cái
dụ
từ còn
have,
đọc là
have chứ không phải là have, you know. Nó là cái thói quen ngôn ngữ
còn
rất
đọc
rất là xấu về việc luôn á.
paid.
Cho nên là nó mới dẫn đến rất là nhiều cái lỗi sai. Paid.
Paid. Paid.
There you go. Asking for a large ransom to be paid.
To be paid. Now, asking for a
Asking for a large ransom to be paid.
asking for a large ransom to be paid. Their most famous authors were none other than Justin Caesar.
What? Not Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar. Captured in 75 BCE. Captured in 75 BCE.
Captured in 75 BCE.
Captured in 75 BCE.
Okay, good. And let's end it here, and we'll see each other on Friday then.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but this one we need to redo this one. This is hard.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, cái bài này khó
Okay.
không?
Bye bye.
See you then.